This video is just how to show you how to complete a EMS work order, and also if you're doing signature summaries for multiple jobs on the one site, you can complete your jobs on site, fill in your details, add your photos, add your parts that you've fitted, put in your comments, and then click on the add status, and then you can click signature summary, and that'll summarize all the work orders you're doing on that site on that day, and it will then allow you to go get a signature from the manager or the club worker, and then they can get one signature, and it will populate a signature on each individual job you do. So whether you're doing 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 jobs, then the clubs just need to sign it once, and then you get a signature on all 3 or 5 jobs that you're doing. So I've just highlighted this account here. We've got one of our techs. I can go in the back end and act as one of the technicians in the back end here. So I'm just showing you this for an example. This is one of our techs, their run sheet for jobs they've currently got on. If you do that expand all, you can see the individual jobs for certain days and the dates when he's due to do them. What we're looking at here is up here where you've got this view other work order statuses, this line here, this blue bar across the top here. What you'll need to do is when you do all of your signature summary work orders, you need to click onto this view other work order status, and then you can, sorry, let me just get rid of that. Then you can click on this view other work order statuses, and then within here, this is what we're talking about. We just sent out an email about it, but this signature summary section here is the section that we need to make sure that once you do that signature summary, that means the job's not closed yet. It's still sitting in your back end of your silo in EMS. And all these 3 jobs for this one particular tech, these 3 jobs need to be closed off. So say if I just click on this first one, this top one here, if I just click on that, this will then summarize the job, the location. This one up here, you've got the job number up here for this one, the second work order here, and then you'll have so on and so forth for the amount of jobs you've got on. Here is that signature box that you can get the a club to sign. So you get them just to sign it with their finger. You can do signatures through their finger with your mobile phone or with your tablet if you have it. If you have a smart pen or whatnot, with a tablet you can do that. Or a smart pen with a mobile phone. A bit easier for customers to do that rather than do it with their finger, but they can sign it with their finger as best they can. Once you get a clear signature on there, you can hit accept. In this case, I won't do that because I'll get this technician to complete these work orders. So let me just clear that. I'll just hit the clear button. What we say to do is, what you can do is because we can zoom in on this section, of the signature bar here on your mobile phone or whatnot, if we ask the customers to print their name as well as sign at the same time. So say for me, I'll just put that, and then, oh, I did slip, and then you'll sign your name or whatnot, whatever your signature is. The customer can then clear it if they don't like that, and then try again. And then you can sign your name off, whatnot, and then you'll hit accept, the accept button here, and then also you hit save on top of that, leaving the tick there, that tick the box just above where it says save at the bottom there, this tick the box button here. That is what will send the customer an email of that summary report. So whenever you're resolving a job or you're doing this signature summary for multiple jobs at the one time in the one visit, is to leave that tick there, so then the customer will get a report of the work that you've carried out on that day. So then you can hit save. In this case, what I might do for this one, say if you don't have any staff there, and then so there's no one there, it might be a 24/7 gym that we've got key fobs for, and no one's there to sign. So if I just hit this clear button here and clear it again, what I would normally do is I just write in there no staff, like that, and then that'll show that yes, there was no staff there, and yes, you're on site. If need be, they can check back on the security cameras, the cameras in the gyms are always rolling, so they can check that if they need to. But in this case, if it's a club where there's no staff or you can't find anyone or the manager's not available and you do have to head off to your next job or finish your work for the day, then just put in there no staff. Then hit the accept button there, leave the tick, and then hit the save button down the bottom here as well. So yeah, in that case, just have it as that, no staff. We preferably like to have a signature, so try your best to get a signature. But if you're having to wait around for much more than 3 or 4 minutes for someone to get a signature, or you're trying to find someone they're not at reception, either just have one of the staff members sign off on it to physically say you were there for the day. So print their name in the signature box and also sign their name with their finger or with a smart pen. And then they can clear it and redo it again if they don't like the look of it, and then they can hit the accept button. You can leave the tick there and then also hit the save button down the bottom there. So in this case, I'll just hit save. Our signature not accepted, so there, that gives you a warning to say that. So you click OK to that. I'll click accept. So I'm accepting that signature is what I want it to look like. Then I'll hit save. And then what that'll do is that now that EMS job, because you can see it was in the line here, there was 3 different locations or 3 different clubs. Now there's just 2. So it means that job has now been sent through to accounts. So once we do resolved or signature summary, the email goes straight through to accounts, or is put in a silo within EMS, and then accounts will come in and then go down that list and start invoicing for the work done for that day or for the previous day if they're coming in the next day to do the invoicing. So yes, important that we do either when you hit resolve and you get the signature and you hit save, that'll go straight into the accounts silo to get invoiced out. But in particular, it's this signature summaries tab that you really do need to check by clicking on this view work order or view other work order statuses. So now if I hit this blue bar, if we just go back, that'll go back to the day that as the text would normally look at what jobs they have, whether you look in this view or you look in the other view, which is the collapse all jobs. So that's all the jobs that's scheduled for this tech for all those dates. So it looks like a lot of maintenance jobs are already pre-booked in there, which is great. So if I hit on this expand all, it'll show you the jobs for the day. And then once you've done your signature summary, hit on this view other status work orders. And then by clicking on that, it'll bring up in your the back end of your EMS. You can see the top one will always be the signature summaries details. And then that's when we need to make sure that you don't have any of these at the end of the day in your EMS silo. So maybe check that at the end of the day. If you happen to have left site, then just put in there no staff, and then send it through to get invoiced out. These other summaries here within this view other work order statuses list is just all the work orders that either this particular technician has gone to, and that's all the work orders here that is waiting to be estimated. This is this particular technician's action needed column, and then their parts required. So this is the WA details to be scheduled. So these are other jobs that this technician's been connected with, but it yet hasn't gone back to the technician to go out to site because we're waiting for a part, we're ordering it in, and we're waiting to confirm warranty status before we give the job back to the technician. So this is just a summary of all your previous work orders. So for techs, if you want to look after a customer, you might look down this list, open one in particular, like say this Revo site here. If you want to, you've got to expand all actually at the top here. So it's each of these customer names aren't a hyperlink. So if you hit on the estimates, then you'll bring up all the jobs. And then say if you want to look up, we're trying to look after Revo or whatnot, hit on this job here. It'll open up this exact job, and you can look at all the details of all the parts and whatnot that we're fitting. And then status here is showing this is at estimate. So it means we've sent the estimate. These are the details here. So it means that the WA service managers sent through the estimate to the club on the 4th of the 4th at 4:16 p.m. in the afternoon, and we're still waiting for an email back from that club to approve this estimate for this part that we have down here. So once that's approved, then more than likely the scheduler in WA there will resend it out to that same tech, and they will then complete that work order because they've pulled up apart the machine and they know about the job and they can get the job done. So just a quick video there just to show you how to complete signature summaries, and just make sure they're completed. If no one's there or you've left site already, just put in there no staff, but try to get signatures every time for resolved jobs and for signature summaries, and then we can put the jobs can get put through to the account silo, and we can get the invoiced out same day, if not the next day, so we can try and stay on top of it. Some of these signature summaries are jobs of staying in tech silos for a couple of weeks maybe, and then we go to invoice, and the customer, the clubs think we haven't been there, but we have been. It's just 2 or 3 or 4 weeks ago. So make sure your signature summaries, check in your back end of your silo there, and check that your signature summaries have all been processed. Thanks.